And we have the former Afghan government advisor, Tariq Farhadi, joining us from Switzerland now. So thank you so much for joining us. With the US withdrawal now complete and many Afghans and Americans still waiting to leave Afghanistan, how do you see the situation evolving going forward?
Hello. So basically, a few Americans are left, but they have chosen to stay because probably they are dual nationals. And many other people want to leave because right now they don't see a good future for themselves or they feel at risk. But 36 million Afghans remain in Afghanistan. My concern now is how to ensure that the situation gets better in Afghanistan so that the 36 million avoid a situation of economic collapse, hunger, malnutrition. And if there is this dire situation, then people will probably want to leave Afghanistan in the hundreds of thousands and millions, much more than what you have seen at Kabul airport. So in some ways, for any Afghan concerned about Afghanistan, right now, the bigger thought is how to put the country in the right trajectory.
Right, sir. Now, the United States, and I mentioned this earlier, has handed over control of the airport. Now, Secretary of State Antony Blinken has said that the United States will ensure safe evacuations going forward as well. How do you assess that?
By agreement. So basically, the United States and European countries are seeking agreements with Taliban to let people leave in the coming weeks and months through commercial flights. Kabul airport will start functioning with the help of the Turkish and the Qatari technicians. And the Taliban have said in a speech 2 or 3 days ago that they would agree to let anybody leave. And they have also invited sort of other Afghans to come back and help in the reconstruction of the country. The question is, how much of this could materialize in reality?
Absolutely.
And do the Taliban, the main question, do the Taliban accept in governance of Afghanistan non-Taliban Afghans? For instance, we are non-Taliban. Will they accept us to come and contribute in the reconstruction of the country, in the stabilization of the country, in the stabilization of the economy of the country? Will they call on us? Will they not? It's a big question because they have fought for 20 years. Now they have all of the power. Should it feel for them that they're gifting power to other people? Or should it feel for them that in managing the country and governing the country, everyone's contribution is needed? That is the question.
Right, sir. But that being said, how do you see the US-Taliban relationship evolving now?
The US-Taliban have a pragmatic relationship. General McKenzie said that they have collaborated from a security standpoint in the last few weeks. And the American diplomats also are going to work with the Taliban from Qatar, Doha, because they have transferred their embassy essentially in Qatar, Doha, the Americans. They closed their embassy in Kabul. Engagement will be there, but there won't be any diplomatic recognition of a Taliban government if the Taliban government does not include non-Taliban people from other parts of Afghanistan, ethnies of Afghanistan, and women.
Right, sir. And also, according to the White House, top U.S. military generals have been instructed by President Joe Biden that they should stop at nothing to make Afghanistan's ISIS affiliate pay for 13 U.S. service members' death. How do you assess this?
Yes. The United States makes a very clear difference between ISIS and Taliban. Right. And the United States from the beginning has said that it will keep the authority to find terrorists not only in Afghanistan, but anywhere in the world that would work against its interest or its allies' interest. So just as you have seen bombings in Somalia every now and then, or in Yemen, or in Africa, there will be operations like this in Afghanistan, so far as ISIS is there and has designs on creating trouble for the region or for the allies of the United States and the United States itself. The world, even the Europeans, are looking to have relations with Taliban. To what degree, it's not sure, but at least humanitarian aid will flow through in Afghanistan, even with Taliban. My call to Taliban is to make it easier for the world to deal with them, because the world opinion also has conditions on how their taxpayer money can be spent in Afghanistan. But the reality is that we need this help right now, because there is a situation of 18 million people who are risking famine and malnutrition in Afghanistan. Children. You see that in Afghanistan, families have 5 children always, and there is malnutrition. And we still need the world's help. The Taliban should open the door for the world, should call on other Afghans to support them and help them, and should accept other Afghans in governance of Afghanistan.
All right, Mr. Tariq Farhadi, thank you so much for joining us with all your insights on that. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.